What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're taking a look at Sons of the Forest here running on the Steam Deck, and I know there's a lot of you out there that have been looking forward to this game and probably wondering how well it's running on the deck. Well, let's get into it and take a look here. The game's definitely playable, but it's a little rough. So we're at 800p, exclusive full screen, no VSync in game right now, and low preset. And then I've gone down here under anti-aliasing and turned everything off as I normally would from motion blur and all that kind of stuff here, and helps us out a little bit. Anyways, we'll take a look at some ultra low here in a little bit as well, but I wanted to start off here. And I landed in a few different places of the game just to try out different areas and see how they run. And largely in the hour and a half or so I spent running around and playing in these different areas, I pretty much got the same performance, where I'm bouncing mostly between 24 and 35 FPS, spending most of my time in the 20s. Not really mattering where I go, whether I'm down in the forest or I'm up in the snow. You'll also see these big frame rate dips like you just saw here, down to 16 and back up. I've had the game drop down to 1 FPS and up. If I go above low settings and really push things more, the game actually starts crashing on me and giving me problems. So I didn't even really bother getting too much into that. Pretty much stuck with low here. Now, the game looks great and it's pretty difficult to run and there's a lot going on. It's a big world and a lot of it is fairly dynamic and changing. So it's not that surprising that we're running around 24, 25 FPS a lot of the time. But frame times stay pretty good and the game's not full of stutters. Now, right here, we're going to go ahead and switch down to ultra low for everything, and we'll leave everything else the same for just the moment. Let's scroll down here and make sure we'll stay full on our texture resolution. Let's go ahead and kill anti-aliasing here as well, just to take a look. Sometimes that boosts performance, sometimes it doesn't. We only get about 2 more FPS while sitting right there. And of course, we take a big hit to the graphics and how the game looks, especially without any anti-aliasing and being on the ultra low. It definitely works, but I think for what you get on the performance gain, it's just not necessarily worth it when you get into it. I think I'd pretty much stick with low and TAA for the anti-aliasing, which we'll go through and take a look at here as well. Let's go here and pick out our axe real quick and go ahead and chop down this tree. This is where you'll see some less frame rate. We'll hit 25, probably 24 FPS as we bring down this tree, 23, and it doesn't really matter where I'm at in the game. You're really going to spend a lot of your time down in the 20s while you're playing this on your Steam Deck. Now, if we sit still here and kind of go through these, let's switch back up to low and put FXAA on. It's going to look better overall, but a little bit blurry because of the FXAA not being as good. So let's go ahead and leave this and switch it to TAA, a little bit cleaner. And really, again, we don't see a big performance difference from those ultra low settings. We're not really going to be able to get ourselves to that 30 FPS cap all the time, no matter what. So I think I'd just stick with these low settings, high textures, TAA, anti-aliasing, and everything else turned off. And if you're looking to play this game on your Steam Deck, hopefully that will kind of get you through. But ultimately, you're still going to be playing this game all over the place, from the low 20s to the 40s, and really depending on where you're at in the game and what's going on, how badly that's going to be. Except for the major hiccups, 23 FPS is kind of the lowest I've been seeing running around through here. And you're still going to experience those big hiccups, which you'll see here as well, where you just lose your frame rate completely and then it'll come back. So it's going to be kind of up to you if this is a playable experience on the Steam Deck. I would say this is borderline and very much pushing it as to how playable I would consider this on the Steam Deck, but it hasn't crashed on me other than those medium settings, at least in my time playing. And again, it's not super stuttery or having frame time problems, but you certainly are going to suffer when it just comes to that general frame rate and performance. But anyways, guys, I hope this video helps you out if you want to play Sons of the Forest on your Steam Deck and give it a shot. Thanks a lot for coming to watch the video as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.